Aloha, beautiful souls. Welcome back to Heal from the Heart 333. This is Lee, a spiritual healer, energy worker, a psychic medium, and I'm just here to do something fun, a collective reading, card reading. So I was just called to pull some cards and just see what message we need to hear as a collective, and take what resonates and leave the rest behind. I already did my little prayer calling on the archangels, my angels, my spirit guides, any beings of the light, and God, Source, my higher self, Mother Ethereal, and all of, the creatures of love and light that are on the same side as humanity, in their evolution. But anyway, so let's see what comes up. This is my first time. Hopefully this will be okay. What does the collective need to know right now? And just so you know, I am an intuitive reader. I don't read by the book, or I'm not by memory or book, but I kind of get the gist of what I need. Okay, these are yeses. So what I got here is the Knight of Wands, and behind it is the Nine of Pentacles. I'm going to do a 3 and 3. Let's see where that takes us. So Knight of Wands is about, as you can see, it's passion, confidence, restless events requiring immediate action, trust your instincts, stay focused, passionate relationships. And behind it is the Nine of Wands, which is enjoying your fruits of labor, hard work that has led to a luxurious life, buying yourself something special. So with the Knight of Wands, it's all about passion, right? And Wands to me also represents spirituality, right? And then the Pentacles represents the earthly realms, like the physical luxuries, like earthly materials, right? Or just living a human life. I believe these cards coming together really tells me that even though we are doing spiritual work, healing, doing inner work, shadow work, whatever we're doing, we need to remember to balance it with enjoying our physical reality, because I've been through it. I know, and it's quick, and it's so interesting. I see the red and the blue here, and it's kind of almost pink, which is kind of funny. Anyways, if you know, you know. So pink and blue. So the balancing of the divine feminine and the masculine, right? The fire and the water. Anyways, so this is just a reminder to not always be in your head, the masculine, to also ground your knowing and grounding your human experience in this lifetime, if that makes sense. Don't get lost in the inner work or the spiritual work that you're doing. Especially with me too. Like, I found myself when I started the spiritual journey that I got sucked into just spirituality and like feeling everything, and that was a lot, and that took away the main reason why my soul decided to come here, was to experience this human life and this human reality, that even though we are spiritual beings living a human experience, we have to remember that balance must be brought in, and we must remember that. Oh, I love that. And I will also make another video about energetically what I got a few days ago about 3D and 5D, the different timelines. Okay, awakening, and then 8 of Pentacles. So awakening, which is like the hangman. I'm going to put this here and then here. So awakening, a temporary pause, a reflection, insight, an awakening where you can see things in a whole new light, embrace your own uniqueness. And as a hangman, I like to think, like, even though it is not normal to be hanging upside down or like going through struggles, of course, you know, we get our ups and downs every now and then. And I went through this, actually. I like human experience. Again, it goes back to the human experience, that we do get into lower vibrations once in a while, you know, when we are doubting ourselves, or when we're not feeling too good, or when we're burnt out, when we're drained, because we are living a human experience in a human body. We have capacities of how much we can push ourselves, and just remembering to go with the flow. I just see water in my mind's eye. And then again, this is the 8 of Pentacles, which is like an apprenticeship, right? And learning the skill on how to be human. It's so funny how these cards are falling in, and how it like really falls like behind each spiritual card here. There is a grounding that must happen. This is so funny. I love this. That we are still in Earth School. We are still learning how to remember ourselves and how to play this game of life, and know that we are the ones that dictate how we feel, not other people. When we come into that victim mentality where we feel like, oh, so-and-so is making me feel angry. Like my daughter did this weekend because she was tired and she was hungry, and she was blaming us that she was in a negative thinking pattern. And it's very common, especially on my mom's side of the family, that that negative thinking happens, and we play the victim mentality a lot. And granted, you know, I still do it, especially when I'm burnt out. I lash out, especially at Win, and bless his heart. I love him to death. He supports me so much. So, but anyways, it's our emotions. This is such an important message that is coming up, that a lot of us, we hide our emotions, but our emotions are the key in telling us what we need in the moment. If we only just paused and stopped like attacking or like making others feel bad about or just making others feel bad because we feel bad, you know, if we just took the time to drop into our hearts and ask ourselves, what do we truly need? And know that we are not the victim of our circumstance, but our circumstance is trying to tell us something. Something has to change, something has to shift, and we must be in the apprenticeship stage, right? And being willing to learn and listen to those who have been through it already, to help guide us to what we need to know, and to trust that whoever is helping us and guiding us is for our highest good. Because if you always set that intention that I am gonna do my best today, and actually feel it, then you will. And then you will call in the right people that will come and help you. Oh, I love this. This is quite amazing. I love it so much. Okay. Oh, and then I guess that's the card here. The last card. Oh, is the 10 of Pentacles. Ooh, I love that. So after like getting that inspiration and going on this spiritual journey, and and working on yourself, but also finding balance to enjoy all of this. So all of this right here is gonna lead us to the 10 of Pentacles, the ultimate happy life, right? Like happy family, where you feel fulfilled, right? Financial security for yourself and for your family, inheritance, peace and contentment in life, honoring family traditions, pride in the family tree, or passing on knowledge. And I believe once everyone or each adult or even young person, whoever is watching this, finds balance within this, in spirituality and growth, and also changing thought forms, patterns, habits, especially negative habits, changing negative habits and giving yourself grace and like flowing, even though you're getting beat up. If you're in the spiritual community and you know all about healing, you know that healing is tough and that you must stay in the light. I mean, yes, you will go through darkness, but then always know that you will make it out of the darkness. You don't always have to stay in the light. Ooh, and I was drawn to this person right here in the awakening, that you stay connected to your higher self and to God or source or spirit, or your higher self, your guides, your angels, anyone that you believe in, you know, that is helping you right now. And it's so interesting. My snake ring is actually, like, of course, it's my pointer finger, right? And I'm pointing to your higher self, right? And God and source, and it's weaving its way up there. But anyways, it's so beautiful. Just know that this past weekend, especially in the United States, it's been rough because of Labor Day weekend, especially if you are a highly sensitive person or empathic person that has a family. And you know, I hear you. I hear you. Be sure to take the time to rest, listen to your heart, be graceful, give yourself grace, okay, while you're doing the spiritual work. I mean, if you're in the matrix and you're working and you're doing spiritual work, oh, props to you. You know, that's 10 times harder than if someone were to be out of the matrix, right? And just doing this full time. Even I'm doing this full time, and my matrix job is like being a full-time mom, right? And trying to finish up school here. But I believe that this message was so beautiful. I feel like, you know, it's for the collective. I mean, the collective is me, you, everyone. We are all one. That's why it's the collective, right? We are source, God, light within, and we are Mother God, Father God. We are all, and we are all connected. That is, what is it called? Unified consciousness or something like that. I don't know, it's technical terms. Anyways, I really hope that you found meaning within this message. And I do offer tarot readings. You can go ahead and click on my website if you like, and if not, that's okay. I love doing tarot cards. They're so fun. I get to see all of the cards and intuitively channel in and tap in as well. So remember, friends and loved ones, beautiful souls, drink water, ground, rest, and go with the flow and give yourself grace. You got this. Bye, everyone.